Welcome back to the Ultimate Fitness Network. I am with my man Evan. Evan today is going to show us some football drills. So Evan, give us a little spiel about what you're going to show us today.
All right, the first thing we're going to do is some basic form running. You know that football is based on 30 to 40 yard sprints, so we're going to get everyone started with some basic form running. And this is definitely something you should be doing every time you get onto the field to train or practice, just to get that form right, perfect, and tight. Okay.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, we're going to do it about 10 yards. Football again, based on 10 yards for a first down, so we're going to train on 10 yards. We know that when we form run, we got to keep the chest poked out nice and straight, back is straight, and we're going to get the knees up high. So this exercise is going to force us and teach us to keep our knees up high and run with perfect form. It's called the A's. Some of the people who've done some track workouts and track exercises, they'll definitely recognize this one. So what we basically do, we'll call this the walking A's. You'll notice the knees are up nice and high, chest is out, arms are working. Okay, we do that for about 10 yards. That's our walking A's. Now we definitely want to get our body's natural rhythm and motion into it, so we'll call this one the skipping A's. And you'll see that when we do skipping A's, we'll do the same skipping style motion with the two other exercises that we'll do. So we were doing the walking A's, just here. Arms are up, nice and strong with the knees. We're just gonna add a skip motion. So the same as the walking, but the skipping gives us that little bounce in between. Again, 10 yards, walk it back. Now the first part of our running, we saw that the arms are up nice and high, knees come up. The B's is gonna work on getting the outward motion and getting the kick and the leg right back down under the hip. So again, with the skipping motion. You notice that the knee came up, snapped it back down, right under the hip. Our third one is what we call the C's. This is going to finish off the motion. A's brought the knee up, B's brought them out. The C's will just end off basically what we also call the butt kicks. A slight lean forward, and we'll just use the hamstrings, get the heels to the butt. Again, 10 yards. We do that 2 to 3 times each time. Now I like always using great form running, so we're gonna throw in what we call D's, which is just high knees, fast reps. Now with the D's, we can go hard for about 5 yards and then sprint. So the first three of our exercises and also the D's worked on form running, sprinting forward. Very important for getting our running form efficient. That's what you want, no wasted motion, no wasted energy. This next exercise is gonna work on our hips. You're gonna see throughout the day, looking at exercises that will loosen up the hips, because football is played with the hips. Everywhere you turn, hips will do it first. So this exercise, I'm sure you've seen it before. We're gonna do it regularly. A lot of people call it karaoke. And what we're gonna do is it's all using the hips. Upper body from the waist up, stay stationary, and the hips we'll think of it, the hips as the motor for the legs coming across. So just slowly, the footwork is as such. Think of it as one going back, coming across. Back and across. Back and across. Look at the upper body the chest is always up. We're not gonna turn it just yet. Okay, so let's add a little speed to it. Notice that knee kicks up nice and high and the hip whips around. We're gonna get those hips nice and loose. Let's see you again, and I'm also gonna bring it back. Beautiful. So that exercise there, put in our regimen, we're gonna loosen up our hips. That we'll definitely need for sprinting, for backpedaling, for changing directions on the field. So a variation to our karaoke is what we call a tight karaoke. This here, more emphasis is put on the actual feet, the foot speed and the footwork than the hips. Same position as before for the upper body, nice and straight. You also probably will use the arms, but here, it's all feet. Think of it even from your ankles down. That's as fast as the feet are gonna go. So let's take a look. So same footwork, but we're gonna tighten it up. Think of it as your feet are gonna stay in a small box. Okay, just slow it down just a little bit so you can get it. Head is up, and we're doing a good job. All right, so we took a look at sprinting forwards. That's what we're going to be doing the majority of the time. The other times, we'll be definitely running backwards in football, what we call backpedaling. It's very specific. It's got a form that you must adhere to. You don't want to fall on your face or have your receiver run right by you. So what we want to do here, we're going to start in staggered position, as always. Chest above the knees. We have the back is slight lean forward. Slight lean forward. Just like how we're running forward with the arms, we're going to do so in the back pedal. So exactly running backwards. We'll just do it in slow motion here. Now we notice we don't want too large of a split. That's going to give you a narrow balance and a narrow base. Your receiver will cut in front of you and you won't be able to turn and run with them. So again, just with your natural running stance, this is exactly what we're gonna do. Okay? So now we're gonna add a little bit of speed to it. Again, start off, when we're training now, we're gonna start off staggered, but you'll notice that most corners in the NFL will start 2 feet flat. But here for training purposes, we're gonna switch up the stagger. So from here to again, low center of gravity. We want to keep our body nice and strong. We're going to bend at the hips. And I know your coach has been hammering into you. You play football from here down, from the hips. So again, and you'll notice the feet are going to really glide the top blades of the grass. Not too high. There's no benefit for this. One last time. Head is up, looking at our receiver. Great. Now for training purposes, I like to add a weave action. So we're going to be weaving back and side to side with our back pedal. We're going to do this because it's very important to have loose hips, and this is the beginning of our hip exercises. Now you notice my chest stayed glued onto the receiver. We don't want to turn the chest because we commit. We turn the chest, he cuts back the other way. Bad news. All right, great. We can do one more exercise. It's gonna put the both together. We're going to be backpedaling for about 5 yards. Then out of that back pedal without stopping, we're going to sprint forward, up on an angle, running forward, then back down. You'll notice we'll make a zigzag position. It'll look like a big zig. Okay, so we're going to use 5 yards increments. Sprint up, break it down, back pedal, break strong out of our back pedal, and then back up. So walk a little slower. Now you notice the feet never got away from the chest. Keep the feet, chest over the feet. You're always going to hit your mark and get a good cut in. So here we go. Go a little faster. With that, notice the arms are going to take us out of our breaks. One more time. There you go. Back pedaling, forward sprinting, back pedaling again. The zigzag drill is definitely a drill that all positions can do because we ask them to run forward, react, go forward again, come back. It's a reaction drill, getting your body close to the ground, good center of gravity, and busting out or busting forward. Everyone can do that. This next drill is a little bit more position specific for our secondary. What we're going to see is we're going to start our back pedal and we'll open up as if the quarterback has just shown that he's going to throw the ball. We're going to open up to that side and then you'll see me again, but get back in my back pedal and open up to the other side. The important thing here is even though we're back pedaling, our eyes are up on our receiver and we're using the hips to guide our break to either side. It's always hips, okay? So here we go. So you saw I back pedaled, open up to the left for a few steps. Again, if it's a deep ball, I would continue running, and you notice very smooth transition. Same thing on the right side. Let's see it again. Our goal for the training purposes is to try and keep in that straight line. We open up, we come back. Straight line, open up, come back.
So Evan, man, that was an awesome workout, man. We got a lot of drills in today. So those people out there that's crazy about football and trying to get better, this is the footage to watch right here. Evan is going to get you there. So Evan, just tell us a little bit about, what position this is for, or who can use these drills, how many days a week, or just tell us more detail about that.
Absolutely. The first few drills that we took a look at are form running, the A's, B's, C's, and D's, is definitely for everyone. Every position on the football field, including kicker, is going to have to run at the minimum 30 yards most times each play. So we're going to need to be efficient with our running and just have some speed, generate some speed. So that's what everyone should be doing. The more position-specific drills, like the back pedaling and the opening up the hips, we can use that for our secondary. So safeties, corners, and other defensive backs. But also, I encourage running backs and receivers to do this as well. So we have, we will be working with the hips, opening up the hips, which is something we definitely need at all positions. So what you should be doing these 2 to 3 times a week with at least a 1-day rest in between. You should incorporate this with a fast twitch workout, in the weight room, and also some other field activities, and you'll see your skills improve.
Sounds good. You heard it right here on the Ultimate Fitness Network. Until next time, see you soon. Peace.